Andrew McGahan for SevereMMA, standing alongside Uriah Hall here in Boston. And Uriah, we won't keep you long. A couple of quick things. Is there added pressure on you to get a stylish finish now due to the late opponent change?
No, there's no pressure. In this type of sport, you just always got to stay ready. You don't know what could happen. It should happen, as you guys see, but it's just focus on what you're good at and just getting back on the ground, you know? That's it.
The career of Uriah Hall has had a lot of highs and a lot of lows, in my opinion, in the UFC. Some spectacular performances, and then maybe fights you should have won. Like the last time we were here in Boston when you fought John Howard. You've also suffered with your toe injury, and then with the Dana White comments. Does none of that play on your head?
Not really. At the end of the day, I know who I am. And a lot of people in this world don't know who they are. So I'm comfortable with it. Again, it's opinions of yourself and everyone else. So it doesn't really matter. As long as you know what you want, where you're going, that's all that matters.
Do you think there are fighters that don't know that? They're just in the UFC because they're good fighters and they got in the UFC, whereas you know what you want from life?
I think it's not just fighters. I think it's just people in general.
Well, if you don't mind me, what do you want from life?
I want to be one of the best for myself. I want to go in there and go after my dream just like everyone in the world is supposed to. There's got to be something. And I was watching Steve Harvey's show last night, and he was talking to these kids, and he was saying, don't ignore that fire that burns to go after something you want. And it's going to be tough. And you look at like great world leaders in the world. They all heard the nays, the no's, you're not good, you're not this. But you just got to keep going. You can't listen to anybody, you know? I'm definitely no Connor. I'm no one of these guys. I don't need to portray this way or talk this way. I'm just being me. And all of a sudden it's a threat or it's different. So why should I give it energy, you know?
Well, then if you don't mind me asking from that, because I think that's very insightful. And I train full-time in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, so I understand about going after your dreams and what you're passionate about. How insulting is it then to have someone like Dana White say you're not a fighter, a guy who's only a promoter and has never trained himself, well, never competed competitively?
Well, it wasn't really insulting. I have a great relationship with Dana, and I knew what he meant by it. He wasn't just saying you weren't a fighter. I knew what he was trying to say.
The killer instinct sort of thing, or?
I wouldn't say yeah, probably that. Listen, for the record, again, I don't have a killer instinct. I really don't. I don't need one. I enjoy being there. I enjoy beating someone up. I enjoy taking someone apart. Again, I'm not one of these guys, so what's the big deal? What's wrong with being different?
Do you think it's the case of when you're in the cage, you're a different animal compared to the Uriah Hall that's sitting here?
If you're locked in the cage right now, you got to face somebody, you would freak the fuck out because you're staring death in the face. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, I'm not afraid of death. When that shit is in front of you, you'll be scared shitless. So it's scary. It's frightening. And some people handle it differently. Some people talk shit to get in your head, to demolish you mentally so they can beat you.
So cage time,
There you go. But it's all about when that door locks, the crowd's yelling for you or against you, your mom is watching, your family, your friends that you don't want to let down, and the people that want to see you fail, you have to block all that shit out and focus on that one thing. And that's not easy.
So from that, if you don't mind me asking, have you employed anything like sports psychology, or is there any sort of books that you've read? I know there's a particular one people use called Think and Grow Rich, in terms of goal setting and knowing what you want and being focused and in the zone.
I don't really need sports psychology. I'm going to pay someone to tell me what I already know. I know I'm already good. I know I'm the greatest. It's just understanding it and moving forward.
I have to say, Uriah, you cut a little bit of a somber figure here when we come up to interview, but the stuff that you're saying is very insightful. I wish you all the best this Saturday, and as someone who follows the same thought process as me in terms of going after your dreams and goals, I wish you the very best of luck.
Thank you, man.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.